All right, hollow pointers out there in Hollow Point land. It's another episode of Bob the Douchebag. Yes, that's right. No, it's another episode of Mr. Hollow Point Open Box Video. Yes, that's right. Robert Vogel, aka Mr. Hollow Point. And you guys that don't understand that I make the lead to put in the air rifles. Hey, I'm not selling the rifle, I'm selling the lead, the hollow points that go in it. So you go to the website, MrHollowPoint.com, hence the name Mr. Hollow Point. Apparently I got to make that clear for a few newbies. You know who you are. Don't be embarrassed. So, you want bullets? You come to Mr. Hollow Point. You want AEA air rifles? Terry Fox, Fox Air Power. He's the man to talk to on AEA. These are courtesy of Terry Fox. And what we're going to start with today is, well, what we've already started with. This is the Challenger 357. This is the what I would consider the light version of the Challenger. There's two Challengers. You get the regular Challenger 357. Biggest bullet that will fit the magazine is 100 grain. Then you can go a little bit bigger, single shot, with my little single shot tray. Then there's the Challenger Pro, which you do 155 grain in the magazine, and that you can go up to a 200 grain single shot. So you've got the light version of the Challenger, and then the Pro version of the Challenger. So this is the light Challenger. For lighter bullets, this is more of a coyote gun, not a deer rifle. Okay, just get that straight, guys. I do not endorse shooting deer and pigs with 50 grain pellets. That's just, I'm into fast kills into the lungs, letting them drop 25 yards. So this is my coyote gun, not my deer gun or my pig killer, okay? Just get that straight. So this is the regular Challenger. Light, I guess you'd call it. What we've got here is the Challenger Pro, or what I call, you know, under the, it says Challenger Pro here, but for me this is one of the Max guns, you know, an HP Max. Even though it doesn't say it, it's the same style. All right, so we've got the shorter threaded barrel, we've got the screw-on adamantium shoulder stock, different style air tube, the fill probe goes there, gauge at the bottom, gauge on the side, power dial to adjust your power level on how much air you're throwing per shot, which comes in handy. And this, as Terry has sent me with, it's got the extended pick rail on top, add-on, okay. It also, he has sent me the adapter. Oh, here it is. So with the adapter, we can put on, hang on here, I'm doing too many things with one hand. With the adapter, we can take the Donnie FL, excusez-moi, we can take the Donnie FL, or the mini donkey schlong, and stick it on here. So this way you never have to leave the house unprotected. You've always got your Donnie schlong with you. I want the knife. I want the knife. The old timers know what I'm talking about. The golden child. Let him ask for it. I want the knife. So, there we go. Now this particular rifle on the side of the box says 24-inch barrel, and we will put on the ye old extended shoulder piece here. I believe these are just standard, so if you've got a $400 Magpul you want to stick on, or M-lock or something super fancy, you can do that. So that is sweet looking. We've also got a little pick rail here at the bottom. I guess you could, for maybe a laser or something, I think it's, if you put a bipod, it'd have to be the legs that come out like this, otherwise it's going to teeter-totter on you. So this also came with a high power spring. So the rifle, boy, I tell you, getting old is not easy. 4,500 PSI fill max, and with the two different springs you can fine tune it to your bullet preference on how your shooting style is. Okay, there's the safety right here, on and off. Nice little trigger well. Pistol grip feels good. It is on maximum pro right now. Side lever. Okay, so we will set this up. We'll throw a scope on it. So, hollow pointers, this is what I'll be testing today in the 357 Pro. The 99 grain fits the magazine. The rest go single shot tray. Okay, so that's what we're playing with. We're going to have us some hollow point fun. Alright, let me tell you guys something about a lubricant. The lubricant's your friend. So, you've got a couple of rubber O-rings on here, okay? You don't want them to get dry. You want them to be a little bit slippery so they don't pinch. So, what I usually do is just take a knob of this, it's just basically an anti-corrosion silicone lube, almost something like they use in milkshake machines at a restaurant. Just a little bit. You want to keep your O-rings lubricated. So that's good enough to last me for a lifetime, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. But that's also one of the reasons I don't like probes, because you've got a sticky lube. So if I can set this sideways here and see where we stick this bad boy. Go there, no. Go there, no. Does it go here? Yes! Yay! So that's where it goes. So, just like you young bucks, when you're first on a date, you gotta know where to put it in. There you go, brother. And you can feel it kind of grip as you're pushing it. That's why I like a little lubricant, because you don't want a sharp edge scraping your O-ring and damaging it. Ta-da! Now we've got it in. And so we put now. Okay, here's an issue. Right where I want to rest this, it's at. So I'm going to stretch my stock so it's resting on the front and the probe is clear. Okay, so just kind of line that up before you start slamming stuff together. Now, I can take my spaghetti of hoses and hook that baby right up like that. And then slowly open her up. So I don't understand why there's two gauges on this rifle at this moment. And okay, there's my 4500. Oh, looking. Okay, that gauge says just 2900. This gauge says 4500. So the bottom gauge seems to be the accurate gauge. I'm wondering if this is a regulator, because if you notice, there's a seam here and a seam here. So there's 3 pieces in this. I'm wondering if this is regulated at 2900 for the sweet spot. Don't know, but we're going to find out. So, or is the gauge just bad? Don't know, but we're going to find out. That's some of the interesting things about these rifles. Every time a container ship shows up, there's a whole new setup. So, you know, I look at this as an average Joe. Don't read manuals, just try to figure it out on the fly. And that's why I do my videos the way I do them, because most guys are like me, dumber than a box of rocks. So, all right. Let's see what happens with this. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't pocket real well on that V, so I got to be careful that it doesn't want to tip over on me. That's why some of my videos are so boring, because I take you along on the trip of what am I doing. Alright guys, so the air conditioner is running. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. It's already close to 90 degrees. Oh. Okay, the 357 AEA Challenger Pro. So we're going to get this sighted in and record some numbers at the same time. So I've already cocked that back. Magazine goes in. It's on full power at the moment. And I'm going to do a 6-shot string, because, you know, I don't need to run all my bullets out. Okay. I think that's red means fire, I believe. Let's see. Okay. This is the 99 grain. I am loving this setup. Okay. So now we're going to do the 116. $4,500. And I have a single shot tray that I'm using, provided by Ian White at Big Bore air guns. So I don't have to use my little piece of plastic, my foam. So let's see what we can do here. You know, I got to keep the glasses because I can't see the crony. I got to tell you, I am really digging this rifle. It's very accurate. Ten-shot string. It's not what I intended, but this rifle is fun. I mean, granted, guys, I know it's 15 yards, but this is the 116. They're just stacking on each other. All right, the 120 grain. Ten shots, 120. So there is the 120 grain. Okay. Golly, is that tight. I'm loving this rifle. So, the old ye old booster pump. And again, I'm not shooting tethered, guys. See, I got my two tanks daisy chained together. All right, I've got about 4,200 psi combined. I want to go to 45. So this is going to fill with air and then force that little bit of air up into the rifle, whatever many cc's this fills with. And that air coming out of here is this is like 100 psi reducer. This reduces down to 100 psi. So the air pushes this big piston this way and forces the small amount of air here up into the rifle. Then as the stroke goes backwards, all this air vents out. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to go backwards. It's got to be able to move. So that is how I'm able to shoot all day long. But you notice I closed the valve so I can watch the gauge. I'm not shooting tethered. All right. So, other than this beard grabber, I like this. So now we're doing the 140. That's kind of the biggest bullet. I'm using the same bullets that we used in the wooden Challenger in the aluminum Challenger, or Challenger Pro. So, right. Ah, son of a nutcracker. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my God. Depilatory. Don't tell the wife about this. It's a way to get rid of facial hair. Ah. right. 10 shots, guys, to 140 grain. I am loving this rifle. There is the 140 grain. I'm telling you, it is tight. All right, hollow pointers. We've just finished our power testing, open box indoor review, and I am telling you, 2 snaps and a thumbs up. Now this is what I refer to as the Challenger 357 Light. 100 grains in the magazine, max, and then single shot for everything else. I like this. This is a nice coyote gun. I really like this. But it is a little heavy. This is heavy too, but I love this. All right. Great numbers, great accuracy. Every single bullet I tested out of the 4 were all really tight, like a toy gun. The negatives would be the beard pinching. I didn't like that, and I don't know what this gauge is for. Okay, no manual, got no clue. So I don't know. But I like the speed and the numbers and the accuracy this rifle is giving me. It is fantastic. I'll put the numbers in the chart here in the video. See, I'm pointing to the video in the chart right here. See that? Okay. So I wound up doing a 10-shot string because I'm using 100 psi per shot all the way through. Very, very regulated maybe, but it is nice. The air consumption was great. On the 99 grain, which sat in the magazine, you know, we got a bell curve. The sweet spot on this rifle is 42 to 4300 psi, depending upon how you read your gauge. That's where I was getting my overall best performance. Now, on the lighter bullets, you know, a little bit of valve lock, if you want to call it, with that bell curve. The lighter bullets, the first 2 shots were a little slower, and then on that 3rd shot, it just picked up, you know, and then stayed up. And the numbers, the spread between the numbers was very minuscule. I mean, we're talking on shot number 3, which would be 4300 the way I read it. 10 shots, 8 of the shots, the following 8 were all above 900 feet a second, where the first 2 shots were in the 800s. That's great. Now, when we got up to the slightly heavier bullet, like the 116, then your bell curve started to drop a little bit or disappear. So on the heavier bullets, the first and second shot were pretty high, where on the lighter bullet it wasn't. You'll see it in the chart. You'll understand what I'm talking about. But basically across the board, we got 10 quality shots starting at 4,500, ending at 3,400, being the 10th shot at 35. So you could probably shoot, you know, another magazine, a 3rd magazine out of this, get 15 or 16 shots when you're down in the, you know, 28, 2500s. I didn't do that. I didn't see a need to. But this gun you can shoot all day long with. I'm very impressed. 99 grain, my best gave me 188 foot-pounds with the 99 grain. The 116 gave me 187 foot-pounds, so that's only 1 foot-pound behind the 99, but it's a bigger bullet, more mass. The 120s, now we're really increasing. The 120 gave me 194, and the 140, again, it's heavier, so it's going to slow down, it gave me 182. So, really, 4 different bullets, 180 foot-pounds plus across the board on all 4. And all 4 were giving me tight groups. Now granted, it's only 15 yards, but they were tight groups. Where the other groups I've done, even at 15 yards, you see the spread because the air consumption is huge. So, at this point, I think we're going to wrap it up. I might want to see a barrel band on this. I mean, it's so tight, but, you know, it's like going out of the house without underwear on. You know, sometimes you just feel more secure with a barrel band. So I probably would want to get one to put on. I don't know if they're making them for this yet or not, but I'll investigate. Everything else worked perfectly. Just like I said, the hole for your probe is here. Make sure you lube your O-rings. Everything functioned flawlessly. Single shot tray from Ian White. Thank you, Ian. Put his information down below. And that is it for now on this 357 Challenger Pro, as they call it. Or I call it the Coyote Getter. So that is it. Thank you, Terry Fox. Again, you'll have to check with Terry. I don't know what comes with the rifle. Like I said, there's the extended pick rail on top, the adapter for the Donnie FL, 2 magazines and a fill probe, and the folding stock, and of course the rifle all came in the box. So any questions, like I said, on the air rifle, contact Terry Fox at Fox Air Power, and he'll set you up. So thanks for watching. I'll come at you on the next one. We'll do the 50-yard outdoor test when weather gets a little nicer and we have a little more free time. Other than that, Mr. Hollow Point out, and I'll talk with you guys later.